What is going on, Bucs fans? Evan Wanish here, back at you with another video talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And today we are going to be having a discussion around Bucs starting right tackle Luke Goedeke. Now, if you guys had seen the first preseason game for the Buccaneers against the Pittsburgh Steelers on Friday night, Luke Goedeke had his struggles. He made a few nice plays when Baker Mayfield was in, but it seemed like as the game went on, Kyle Trask came in the game, and Luke Goedeke really started to struggle. Allowed a couple of sacks and a couple of plays that just did not look good. Even on running plays, that there were some plays where he would get manhandled. So what should the Buccaneers do with Luke Goedeke? Should they look to sign a veteran? Should they stick it out with him? Should they bench him? Well, I think the thing right now is I wouldn't expect the Buccaneers to sign a veteran because, one, there's not many available. Jawan James is one of the best available tackles on the open market right now. Look, and at this point, there's a reason that those guys are available. So I don't know if any of them are an obvious upgrade over Goedeke and the potential that Goedeke may have. And I think that's what the Buccaneers would also be thinking as well. They've seen really like Goedeke. Obviously, they drafted him in the second round last year, played him at guard. Didn't really work out last year. Switched him over to right tackle, which was his natural position in college. And so far, the early returns, keyword early, very early returns, have not been so good, but it's just one preseason game. I don't think it's fair to completely overreact to it. I think there was an opportunity for Luke Goedeke to be much better. However, Friday night was not good enough. And if Luke Goedeke continues to play this way, the Buccaneers are in some trouble. I mean, they are in some serious trouble. And I don't think there's any replacement coming. I think the Buccaneers want to ride it out with Goedeke. And here's another reason why. And I know some fans may not like this reason, but some may actually appreciate the reason. Some may not like it as much. There's less pressure for the Buccaneers to win now that Tom Brady isn't on the roster. So the team can afford to give a guy like Luke Goedeke, if he struggles, keep giving him reps, keep giving him time to hopefully improve. And it really doesn't matter as much if he struggles because the stakes aren't as high, if you guys get what I'm saying. It's not as important if they obviously it's important for guys like Todd Bowles and for Luke Goedeke. Of course, he wants to perform well, and Todd Bowles wants him to perform well so he can win football games and keep his job. But in terms of the grand scheme of things, long term, Luke Goedeke, if he goes through his struggles this upcoming season, if it results in him developing better, I think that can actually do some good. That's another reason I don't think the Buccaneers are going to be itching to replace him with a veteran tackle. If Tom Brady was still on the roster, I could see it. I could completely see it. I could see them saying, hey, like, we need to get rid of Goedeke right now. Like, it's not working. We need to protect Tom better. But I think with Goedeke in the fold at right tackle, his natural position, which is his natural position, but he still hasn't played much of it in the NFL. It's a different game. The NFL is a completely different game than college. So the speed of these guys is going to be much different. And the fact that Tom Brady isn't there, look, the expectations of winning a Super Bowl and being a Super Bowl contender are not there for the Buccaneers this coming season. It's just not. I mean, it's the truth. So with that being said, that allows the Bucs to not only at Goedeke's position, but I'm just using him as the example because we're talking about him today, to let him sort of just ride this out. And if he struggles, he struggles. But if he struggles for a few games and then turns it on, it suddenly clicks for him. Hey, the Buccaneers have a right tackle. If he doesn't, however, things could get pretty ugly for this offense. So we know what a bad offensive line can do to a football team. It can derail an offense. And if the Buccaneers offense is not good enough, look, the Bucs defense isn't good enough to be able to take the ball away enough to be able to score points with the ball off takeaways. They're not that level of defense to where if the offense struggles, the defense can only pick them up so much. So if Luke Goedeke were to struggle and the offensive line itself were to struggle, the Buccaneers could be in for a long season. Hopefully, it doesn't happen, but as far as right now goes, after the first preseason game, I would be very surprised if the Buccaneers went out and signed a veteran tackle. I do think it's not out of the realm of possibility, maybe after the preseason's over, depending on which guys get cut from other teams and this and that. But right now, I fully expect Luke Goedeke to be the Buccaneers starting right tackle week 1 in Minnesota, and I expect him to be the right tackle these next 2 preseason games. Hopefully he can bounce back. Friday night was ugly. Friday night was ugly. However, it's still way early. He's played technically a total of 2 games at right tackle in the NFL. So while it is ugly, and I do think there needs to be some sense of urgency, like if he's doing awful week 9, week 10, and the team is really struggling, okay, I think it's time to pull the plug and make the change. But I also don't think it's the end of the world because I think the circumstances with the team have changed. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think Luke Goedeke is going to be a good right tackle? I know there's a lot of fans not too happy with him right now, so I'm sure the overwhelming opinion would be no, but there may be a few Goedeke supporters out there. So let me know what you guys think about Luke Goedeke. Should he continue to remain the team starting right tackle? Should they look elsewhere? If they should look elsewhere, let me know who you got your eye on. Who are potential options, because right tackles and the good ones, they don't just grow on trees. And when you find one, you keep them. So teams aren't just letting those guys walk. So it's easier said than done to find a really good right tackle in this league. And so that's why I think Goedeke is going to remain where he is right now through all the struggles. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and talk soon.